welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fanning, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of any time I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production is brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome to my live stream for Friday night, the 6th of January, 2023. Hope you guys all had a good New Year's. Mine was quiet. I just hung out at home, watched the ball drop in Manhattan, and then I watched it in the Central Time Zone, and then I watched it here in my time zone, and then I watched it in California time zone. So I watched it 4 different times. Anyhow, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's still here with me. Let me say hello to a few people. We got Ethan Armitage. How's it going? Ralph Greenwood. Wigwag. Steve, how's it going, my friend? Anthony Dodge, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, my friend. Boilermaker Rick, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Ralph Greenwood. Let's see. Sparky 107. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. John Schoolkill, nice to see you, buddy. Let's see, who else we got in here? Now, this is a person I have not seen for quite a while. Hello, Lee. How's it going, my friend? Glad you could make it in tonight, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's content. I will have a guest in here tonight, and I will be having him in the Cuz's hot seat. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Joe Rader, how's it going, buddy? Ron Moen, nice to see you, bud. Hot Rod Rodney, nice to see you. Glad you can make it in tonight. I mean, we got 25. Mr. Curly, Dwight, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Mr. Kevin Brown, how's it going, my friend? And Bernard Mini Prince, nice to see you too, bud. Let's see. Who else? CP368. How's it going, bud? I got your email, your message, and glad you could be in here tonight. Thank you very much. John Tangelo, how's it going? Model Railroad with Evans, trains and things. Well, how's it going, Mr. Evans? Glad you can make it in, and I hope you enjoy it, and welcome aboard. Yeah, Mr. Wigwag, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Jackside Mike, how's it going? Glad you can make it in tonight. Derek Alexander, nice to see you. Let's see, who else do we have in here? I think we got to the bottom. All right. How's it going? All right. Let me get to business here because I have my guest. He's sitting down in the basement, very patiently waiting for me to bring him up. But he's going to have to wait because he knows I have to do my spiel first. Anyhow, I want to thank all my buddies that gave me super chats the last week. And that was Grandpa Rails and Mr. Kevin Brown. I do appreciate that. And I think this is working. And I want to say hello to everybody here and thank everybody in my membership. Jim Veronico, Bugs Moran, Ron Moen, Dustin Enscale, Brian Page, Joe Rader, Chris Mitchell, Robert Young, Dave BNSF, Grandpa Rails, Mark Arnold, Ken Amos Jr., Frank Steelefan, Dennis Dew, Rodney Miner, and Ron New Haven Rails. Guys, thank you so much. You saw the evidence of being one of my sponsors. I'm one of my members this past Christmas with all the gifts that I gave away. Speaking of gifts, that was a good segue. I like that. There are 8 HO guys that have not sent me the postage yet. And there are 6 Enscale guys that have not sent me postage yet. Well, thank you, Mr. Sparky. You want to be my buddy next week? You always are my buddy. So anyhow, I would appreciate it if you guys, I'm not going to mention any names, but you all know who you are that have not paid me yet. I do have a lot of the Enscale stuff packed up that people have paid, and I have a lot of HO stuff that's been paid, that's been ready to go out. I tried to make the least amount of drives to the post office as possible. So if you guys that are in here tonight that have not paid the postage, please do so. I would appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. All right, let's see. I do want to make one special announcement tonight. And that special announcement is going to go to a very, very good friend of mine who has been supporting my channel for a very, very long time. So I want to wish Mr. Kevin Brown a happy birthday. Kevin, thank you for being a good supporter of mine, and I hope you have a great day, what's left of it. Happy birthday. I want to thank all my new subs that I have gotten over the past couple of weeks. And thank you to all my new members. And Ron New Haven Rails is one of my new members of my membership. Tomorrow's video, it will be a premiere video, but it will be an hour earlier than normal. Why, you ask? Because I have someone coming to give me an estimate for windows in my house. The last rainstorm that we had here, the rain was hitting my house in such a way that it was going past the window and coming into the house. Yeah. So luckily it happened while I was up and I could see what was going on. So I had those cans of, I forgot, you guys see them on TV where he takes a screen and he sprays it and he floats it. Anyhow, that stuff does work. I want to tell you that because this water was coming in pretty bad. And so from my inside of my house up at the window, I just sprayed the stuff along the seam there. Stop the water instantly. So I'm going to I will not tell a lie. If I tell you, I'll have to kill you. That's Kevin. Race Band, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Jim Tedesco, nice to see you, buddy. All right. Also, like I said, tomorrow's video, and it's funny because I'm not even finished with the video yet. So that means tonight after this, I have to finish the video, or tomorrow morning, finish it before it actually goes. Anyhow, instead of being at noon, it'll be at 11 Eastern time. My appointment is 10 o'clock my time, so that's why I couldn't do it at my normal regular time. All right, so now that all of that has been taken care of, I do have a box opening I want to do. I showed you that in my my reminder video. Here it is. And this is from Long Shadows Trees. And you guys know that the area that is north of Phoenix gets a lot of pine trees. And not only regular pine trees, but they're ponderosa pines. And I have already probably about 60 of them on my layout as of right now. And so I contacted Bob and got 35 more ponderosa pines. So let me show you what they look like. There we go. Well, you know what? You're not going to be able to see. Oh, yeah, you can. I have my green screen working, so you're not going to really be able to see the tree that good, but that's ponderosa pines right there. And so there's 35 of them. I probably could use another 50 or 60 of them. So we'll be planting trees here pretty soon. All right. So I think that it would be time. Let's see. Moderators put. Yeah. Somebody please. Let's see. I think John Schoolkill. John Schoolkill, if you do me a favor and put Long Shadows Trees up there, if you can, please. Dave Strange, how's it going, my friend? John Mystic Rel, nice to see you, bud. Where am I? There it is. Here you go, John. I got 3 of these. John texted me and says, "Oh, we got the same hobby knife. It's a great knife. I like it because it's what do they say? It's made for your hand. Fits in there really nice. Unfortunately, I can't do too much of that cutting anymore. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my guest, and you all know him. You probably all know him. He's got a great layout, and he's been getting a lot into electronics lately. And so I'm going to bring him up, and everybody say hello to Mr. Tom Gracie. How's it going, Tom?
How you doing, all? Good evening.
All right. So, Tom, you are now in the Cousin Vinny's hot seat.
Awesome.
So that's what I got for you right there.
Hopefully I have a good answer for each one.
I'm pretty sure you will. So I watched the video today, a very informative video that he did. If you guys have not watched Tom's video that he did, I think it was today, you posted it today, right, Tom? About the how to get the extra numbers on your throttle.
You're right.
If you guys are interested in finding out how to get the extra, what are they called? The CV? No, they're not CVs.
The function keys.
The function keys. That's it. If you want to get more than the 9 or 10 function keys, all you have to do is you press the. I do this. I had done it on mine so many times, and I forgot what key it is. Help me out here, Tom. What key do you press? Not a total brain fart.
You hold the shift key down, and
that's it. The shift key.
Then you hit the 0. That gives you F10 through 19, and then you hold the key down and hit 0 again, and you get F20 to 28.
And actually, when he was explaining that, he's got a NCE system, and I got a Digitrax system, but it's the same exact procedure. You press that button, and you do whatever you got to do, and it works great. All right. Well, now that you helped me out on that, Tom, thank you so much. You know, it really sucks getting old, I tell you.
Well, hey, I was just 67 in the beginning of December, so I know.
Oh, really? Well, happy birthday. Well, happy belated birthday, I should say.
Yeah.
I still got a few years on you, though, bud.
Yeah. Not far behind.
All right. So let's see what we got here. Let me get a pencil here so I can give you a grade for this here. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. So let's get started with this questions here. When did you get interested in trains?
When?
When?
I believe I was 5 years old when I saw my first train.
That sounds like about everybody's
Right.
answer is the same thing because
Well,
I got mine.
actually, my dad bought me a train when I was born because I was born in December, and he bought it for Christmas, and that was my train. But he did all the work.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once we moved out of that house into a new home, and then in the basement, we didn't have a basement where I lived before. We just put a 4x8 in the living room, and then in the basement of our house, I started tinkering around and playing around. And then when I first got married, we were living in an apartment, and the upstairs, it was a 2-story house. We had the upstairs, and the guy said we could do whatever we want with the attic. So up in the attic, I put a huge layout.
There you go.
But it was all DC, and I never got to finish it because we were supposed to be saving money for a house, and I was spending a lot of money on a train.
and she still married you, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was married for 28 years.
There you go.
And we put the trains up there, and it was of course then it was still DC.
Right.
And I had like 4 trains running. I had a big control panel and
all toggle switches for blocks. Did you have that too?
No, it was just each track I had its own power supply.
Oh, okay. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hello, George, Mr. FL Railroading. How's it going, my friend? And I said hello to Trackside Mike. There was someone else here. I saw that. Who was that? CV Railroad in HO scale. Hello and welcome aboard. Ralph, can you do that for me? Put the Long Shadows Trees website up there for me. I would appreciate that, bud. I've been dealing with Bobby for 7-8 years now, and he's done all the trees on every one of my layouts. He's done trees for. And like I said earlier, when you drive 2 hours north of Phoenix, you start getting into the higher elevations, and the higher elevations, it changes. There's no more desert. Now it's all pine trees, and snow and stuff like that.
Right.
And the type of pine trees they have up there are ponderosa pines. And so I told Bobby, I said, Bobby, I need a bunch of ponderosa pines, please. And he went ahead and made them for me. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get back to you. So then did you get your first train set when you were about 6 or 7 years old, or you got it when you were born?
I got it when I was born. Actually, it was like, I was born on December 2nd, and Christmas is on the 25th, right?
Right, right.
And it was funny. And to this day, I lose out on my birthday because everybody's worried about Christmas. I thought I was bad. My poor cousin, he was born on the 25th.
Oh, boy. Yeah. My birthday is perfect. I'm right smack in the middle. Christmas, 6 months later is my birthday. 6 months later is Christmas.
Right. So what I do is I have Christmas every day of the year. That's the way I do
it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what scale was that first train set?
HO.
HO.
And yeah, was I've been HO all my life. Yeah.
Was it what road name was it? Santa Fe or?
Well, one was Penn Central and the other one was Pennsylvania.
Got it. Okay. What's your favorite locomotive?
I really don't have a favorite. I like what I see. If I see something, I'll get it. If I don't, all I do is worry about how it's going to run. And that's all I worry about.
Yep.
And brands, exactly. I don't have a favorite brand of engine. I just get whatever works. Like some people don't like this brand. Some people don't like that brand. I'll try it once. If it doesn't work for me, I'll never try it again.
There you go. Right. Exactly. I'm with you 100%. Hello, Mr. Waycross Train Spotter. Glad you could come in tonight. Hello, Manny Fernandez. Got some people that come in late. Digger Evans, how's it going, buddy? New Haven Rails and New Haven N scale. I get confused because I have a New Haven and New Haven N scale.
Right.
Let's see, Mystic. I say hello to.
Well, just like all the people that are changing the names of their channel too, that doesn't help us.
Exactly, and that's one of the confusions I had. I'm not going to even get into
I'm
it.
trying
Frank
to get
Mir,
used
how's
to
it going, bud?
name.
All right, we got 42 people in here. Derek Alexander, how's it going, buddy? All right, let's continue on. You're probably going to know the answer to this one, but I want to hear your answer. Do you prefer steam or diesel?
I prefer diesel, but I like steam.
Do you have any steam on your layout at all?
I have one diesel engine. It's a DC engine, and I am contemplating putting DCC in it, but I haven't had much luck converting my DC engines over to DCC.
Oh, oh boy.
So I'm not even thinking about trying that one until I get a few more decoders. Yeah. I've converted all my other engines over to newer decoders, but those already had a decoder, and those installs are a lot simpler.
For you guys that have not been on Tom's channel, Ralph Greenwood just posted a link to them. I would appreciate if you go over there and subscribe to Tom's channel. And when you do, tell him the cuz sent you so he knows where it came from.
Right.
All right. So we got the answer to that. How long have you been actually modeling?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah. You mean by making things your own yourself, right? That's what you mean by modeling? Right.
Yeah, like when did you start doing what you got behind you?
Oh, this. I was living in an apartment for many years, and then after I got divorced, I lived in an apartment. And then right before the big egg that came, I didn't want to live in an apartment anymore, so I bought a house. And one of the things with buying a house was I could have a dog and put up my model trains.
There you go.
Right. And not in that order. It was this,
Exactly. When I started looking for houses and I decided that this was the house I was going to buy. So we have, you have the 30 days escrow and all of that crap.
Right.
I started designing my layout while I was still in my apartment for this house.
Yeah.
Because I lived in an apartment and I gave up my master bedroom so I could have a layout in my apartment.
Right. Yeah, no, my trains were in storage somewhere. And because when I got divorced, all the trains I had, they were in my mom's attic, sitting there at my mom's house. And then she passed away. And then I had all these boxes. So then I had to put them in storage. And I said, I'm not going to keep paying for storage. I'm going to buy a house. And then,
it's a lot cheaper to pay in storage, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, my mortgage rate is less than what my rent was.
I know, and that's exactly how it was with me too. Hello, Pocahontas. How's it going, buddy? I got my Lionel trains going. Cool. RDA N scale. How's it going, my friend? Let's see. All right. So let's move on here. Do you prefer operations or continuous running or both?
Both.
What do you prefer more?
I like running, but I do like to tinker around with the operations. That's why I built that crane. I don't know if you saw that one.
I did.
I'm building an industry up on my third level. And that's going to be more operations up there than anything.
Now, how high is your third level? Your upper level?
It's you have to be taller than Rick the Tree to see it.
like Sparky, huh? 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, you have to be 6'4", 6'5". I can see some of the track from down below, but you can't see all of it.
You can't see it all. Yeah, it's exactly like with mine too.
That's why I want my cameras so I can,
you can see what's going on. My upper level is right here on me.
Yeah.
And so for me, I have to stand up on my tippy toes just to see up there. So I got a couple of step stools that I use.
I could have put the third level lower, but then it would have went through a door and it would have went through a window. And I said, no, I'm going to go above those two things. And it was a lot easier.
Hello, Mr. James Young. Glad you could come in tonight, my friend. Yes, I did, Derek. Thank you so much. I got it today. I appreciate that. All right. So, what is your favorite rolling stock?
I like tanker cars, and I like hopper cars.
Those are my two favorites also. Yeah, as soon as I get my layup back up and running, I'm probably going to do a hopper train from Phoenix all the way up to the end.
But recently, I just got into well cars.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right, let's see. Let's continue on. What scale? Why do you model the scale that you model?
Because that's what I was given as a kid, and I always had that.
And you never ventured away from that, huh?
Never ventured away from it. I had no desire. I said I had all this equipment, and if I was still living in an apartment, I would have went N scale. But I says I have all this equipment, and I can't use it. I just couldn't justify going to another scale.
There you go. Okay, I'll accept that answer. Okay. Is your are you modeling a specific area?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
I went on a website, and it lists town names, and I just picked out a town name that I liked, and I named my towns after those names.
There you go. Hello, David Z to G. How's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in. Pedro Spicer, glad you can make it in tonight. Let's see. I think, people keep creeping in here. Okay, so then I can't ask you the next question because you didn't do a specific area. How big is your layout?
Well, the room is on this side, on my, as you're looking at me, on my left is 8 feet deep. It's 12 feet across. And on the other side, it's 12 feet deep. And then the upper level is 11 by 12.
So is that like a spare bedroom that you're in?
No, this is what they used to call a family room.
Okay. That's like what I have. Like I'm in one bedroom, and then the other half of my layout's in the family room, basically.
Yeah, this is off of the front doors to my left here, and then it walks in and then goes to the other side of the house. So.
I know you post videos on. How often do you post videos on YouTube?
Sometimes I go a week or so before I do the next one. Other times I do 2 or 3 in a week. It all depends. Like I got so many projects that I want to finish up the video, on the series of the videos for that particular project.
Right.
But I'm still waiting for things. Shipping is horrible right now.
Tell me about it. And I'll tell you, and I really hate to say this because I do have somebody that works for this company. FedEx sucks.
Yeah. Well, I used to work for FedEx.
Suck.
So, no offense intended.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you so much, buddy. I order a lot of stuff from Amazon, and sometimes I get some stuff from eBay. And when I see that Walmart, they're famous for using FedEx. If they don't use their own company, they're using FedEx. and I get a thing saying Walmart saying, "Oh, your thing has been shipped. It'll be here tomorrow." Well, tomorrow will get you, and FedEx sends me a thing. Oh, it's been delayed, so we don't know when it's going to get to you.
Yeah.
And that's not only, it's not once, there's a whole bunch of different times that happens, It's like,
well, I have good luck with all my carriers except once in a while. But at FedEx, I've never had a problem with. UPS, I never had a problem with. It's just the post office that I have a problem with.
Is that backdrop behind you? No. I'm not making sense. Is that Jack behind you? To a chimney or something. I don't understand. Oh, I see what he's saying. The backdrop behind you, he wants to know that it looks like a little pop out directly behind you, 180 degrees behind you.
Right behind me, that's a chimney.
Okay, that's what he wants to know. He said, "Is
yeah, there's a gas burning a fireplace underneath that."
Okay, that's cool.
And I used to turn that on to heat up this room in the winter.
Oh, really?
And a tortoise machine melted.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You're going to see something in my video tomorrow. I'm working on this HO train station that I had done for someone else. It's an HO kit, but it looks better with N scale than it did with HO. So I decided.
Yeah, I saw you talking about that last week. Yeah.
So that's what tomorrow's video is going to be on. I'm going to do the entire build from start to finish on that. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, yeah, it looks pretty good because I put a couple of my N scale cars in front of it. I said, yeah, this can get away for an N scale kit. No problem. So tomorrow, you guys let me know when you see the video what you think about it, because I think it looks pretty good. And of course, I'm biased because it's my layout.
Yeah, of course. You're the only one that has to look good for.
Exactly. Do you post your videos or any kind of stuff on other media platforms like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that?
No, I have an Odyssey account, and then the videos automatically move over to there.
Oh,
but
really?
a lot of them didn't move over yet, and I don't know how long it's going to take. And I just got that because I heard that people complaining about YouTube, and I didn't want to lose everything. So at least I have a copy of it somewhere.
And get some comments on your chimney. And Frank Neer says, new meaning for steam trains.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark Saunders, how's it going, buddy? All right, let's go. Let's continue on here. Do you have intentions of either having a second layout?
A second layout?
Like maybe a modular layout or something like that?
Unless I get really bored with this. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get bored with all the stuff you've been doing lately.
No.
All right, let's see. What do you like about the hobby?
Well, what I like about the hobby is the fact that I have many new skills that I didn't have before.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of it's electrical skills.
Yeah, well, electrical, I've had experience with electrical. I've done a lot of electrical work in houses and stuff like that before. But the electronics, which is different than electrical.
Well, that's what I basically electronics.
That's a whole new area. 3D printing is a whole new area. Airbrushing is a whole new area. Making trees is a whole nother area. All these things.
Yeah, it's a multi.
Like I say, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly, because exactly what we got to do in our layouts. We're a master of everything.
Right.
All right.
I watch YouTube videos to learn how to do things and how other people do things, and I can.
You can find whatever you want to find on YouTube. Like when I was trying to figure out how to hook up these monitors, I saw a whole bunch. In fact, I bought this because the guy said, "Oh, you can use this cable, go from the VGA out to your monitor, and it'll work." Well, I tried it; it didn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
So I spent $10 for the cable, whatever. So anyhow, I kept watching more videos, and I found this other guy that had this other thing, and it's just like you can use you could run two cameras off of it, or two monitors off of it. And so, okay, I'll try that too. So that was another $10 or $15. I bought that and it worked. So
right. You just have to get the right one. That's all.
Exactly. You just need to find out. And another thing I noticed about Amazon, if you see something you like, what I do is I put it in my cart, and then I just keep looking. And usually I'll find the same thing for a couple of dollars cheaper.
Oh yeah.
So I just go ahead and put that in my cart, and I'll just keep looking. Because I found that out on Amazon. I got sucked in a couple of times. Oh yeah, I want this, and it was like $100. And I'll look. Next day I'll look through it. And say, oh, son of a gun! I could have got it for $80.
Well, yeah, you got to be careful because they make, like they say, only one in stock. Then
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I got to buy it now because it's the last one. I got to get it.
Last one, got to get it.
So what do you dislike about the hobby?
Nothing. There's nothing I dislike about it. It's the most relaxation and enjoyment I get from coming home from work. I sit down, play with my dog, feed him, then I go eat dinner, then I come work on this.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of people like right now. I have been doing a lot of wiring for my lighting that I'm putting in here.
Right.
And I had to take a break because it was getting it's getting overwhelming to do it, because I've never had a layout that's going to have as much lighting on it as this layout's going to have.
Right.
So I didn't know what was involved, but man, there's a lot of crap involved to do this lighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of wiring. Yeah. If you look under my layout, you would think it was a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mr. Kevin Brown. All right, let's continue on here. Are you prototype or freelance?
Freelance.
Any particular reason why you went freelance rather than prototypical?
Well, I'm moving more towards prototypical now because I'm getting my engines, the sounds, and them were running the way they should be running instead of just going at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Randall Ellison, glad you could make it in tonight, my friend. All right, let's see. I know the answer to this, but I have to ask it so everybody knows what you're on. Are you DC or DCC?
DCC.
What brand are you using for DCC?
NCE.
Are you happy with it?
Yes.
How do you know? Did you ever try Digitrax?
No.
I'm giving you a hard time.
No. Hey, it's just like Chevy and Ford.
Exactly. Oh, McDonald's and Burger King.
Right? Yeah, right. Whatever your flavor is.
All right. So you say
here's NCE. How I came about going with NCE. I went to the hobby store, and the guy showed me NCE, and he showed me Digitrax. NCE was X dollars, and Digitrax was X dollars. The Digitrax was more expensive than the NCE.
Really?
Yes. Wow. So I said, I'm going to go with the least expensive to get started. And that's when I got, and then I expanded from there.
And then you expanded. Same thing with me. I started
now that I'm NCE, I'm going to stay with NCE stuff. And
and everybody said, they make fun of me because I'm using Digitrax. And I could see the difference between the throttles. The numbers and the buttons on the NCE are a lot bigger than the ones that are on the Digitrax.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so used to it that once I tried using an NCE throttle, I was totally lost.
Right.
It's a matter of, what you have. And if you like what you have and you get used to what you have, it's hard to switch.
Right. And there's no reason to switch,
Yeah, I mean, it's working for you.
Then I was using, I'm using JMRI to run the trains and everything. Mm-hmm. And there's one feature that I don't have, and that's putting the train number on the panel of JMRI. And that you need LLC and all this other stuff. And I says, and Digitrax has that stuff built into it and all that. And I said, nah,
See,
I'm not going to switch over just for that.
Can you see any of the comments? Are you reading any of the comments?
No, I can't read the comments. No.
Okay. Well,
I'm only on StreamYard right now.
Oh, you can do StreamYards. If you go up in the left-hand corner, it says comments. Click on that.
I thought that was just internal comments.
No, that's everybody.
Oh, okay.
So Sparky always makes fun of me. He calls it digicrap.
Digicrap, huh? I'm not saying it's crap. I'm just saying that.
Well, no, he's just it's like I said, we should get used to it. Now, Frank Neer says, I think MRC has the best. Now, Frank, I'll tell you the truth. When I first got into the DCC, I was using the MRC.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't bad. You know, I mean,
if you have something like that and that's what's working for you, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say, hey, my system's better than your system.
Yeah,
I know what works for me. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
What works for you is something totally different.
Let's see, Mr. James Young, how's it going, my friend? MXD. Man, these things. I'm going. I don't really need to have glasses now because of I had the cataract surgery done, but I do need it for reading. So I'm going to this next week coming up. I'm going for an eye examination to get glasses.
I have glasses for reading too, but when I'm this far away from the screen, I can make things out.
Yeah, I could just barely see it from being this far away, and I'm about an arm's distance away. But yeah, I want these cheap readers. These guys right here, they suck.
Yeah, I know. I had a couple.
Until I get away with a $10 pair of readers, But
it's the barcode numbers that are so tiny. I have trouble with, so I have to get my glasses on for that stuff. My doctor said I had 20/20 vision, but I still need glasses.
Wow.
So, and that was 3 months ago.
That's crazy. Do you have a specific era that you model?
More modern than I do anything.
More modern?
Yeah. All my buildings are modern type buildings. All my trains are modern. Except for the steamer. That's not modern, but I wish I could get that running. I really do.
Let's see. Here's we're almost done there, Thomas. Do you prefer scratch builds or kit builds?
Kit.
Have you ever attempted scratch build?
Well, I 3D design buildings. I guess that's considered scratch building.
Kind of, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Grandpa Rails. Sorry you got stuff in traffic.
Matter of fact, I just printed out a subway station, a restroom, and a subway entrance for the top of the layout.
That's cool. Let's see. We got Mr. Ron Nolan. How's it going, buddy? And we have Mr. Raymond Anthony 127. How's it going, guys? Thanks for showing up. All right, let's see. Here's a question that was pretty controversial here a couple of months ago. How do you clean the track in your layout?
I use CRC.
Okay. You use any Bright Boy or any mineral spirits or anything like that?
I have mineral spirits that I use, and I use either one of these two cans.
Okay.
And I have a track cleaning car, and I just spray a little of this on the cleaner part and let it run around.
There you go. All right.
But I found if I run my trains more often, I don't have to clean track.
Yes. You got to try that Inox stuff also, because that's a lot of people have been using that.
I have that too. I watched a video. I can't remember his name. He showed how to use that, and I was going to do that, but then I kept on expanding. I didn't have time.
Double Diamond Railroad. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. Do you have a current project going on? And if you do, what is it?
Building my subway system.
Now, are you doing it? You doing an elevated system? I think it was you
Yeah,
that
I
was.
know it's underground.
Oh, underground. Okay, and that's Jimmy Tedesco is doing the
He's
elevated.
doing an overhead
Yeah.
around his layout. I on my third level, I'm putting tunnels underneath the third level, so that's underneath.
Right. See, and I was telling him that when I lived in New York, I lived above a store, an apartment above the store.
Right.
And right outside my living room window was the elevated train system,
Right.
the New York Transit system, right? And right there outside my window was a station.
Mm-hmm.
So every time the train would come in, you would hear the screeching of the wheels and this and that.
Right.
And then
Noisy, very noisy.
very noisy. But then, after a while, you get used to it.
Right.
You know,
Then you move away and you can't sleep because
and
you
you
can't
can't
hear
sleep because you don't hear it exactly. But people say, "Well, how do you deal with that?" What? What are you talking about?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I worked in Manhattan for 3 years, so I know what it's like.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, this is a question I have to ask it anyhow. How'd you come up with the name for your layout?
My name for my layout. I don't have a name for my layout.
Well, your name is Thomas Grassi, right?
Oh, you mean for my channel?
Yeah, right.
See,
Well, I don't know, channel
every
or
place,
layout.
every social media I'm on, it's my full name.
Okay.
I don't use, some kind of alias. I just use my full name. You want to find me? You just type in my name. That's easy enough.
Okay. Okay. What would you like to see that's not available today that you would want?
As far as a train goes?
Well, basically, yeah, because we're talking about our hobby.
I would like to see better remote control of the train.
What do you mean? What do you mean as far as remote control?
I mean, like, I want to be able to sit in my living room watching TV and still be able to run the trains and watch them too.
Oh, okay. All right. Now that's really being an armchair modeler, right?
Yep.
All right. So, do you have any other hobbies? And if you do, what are they?
I ski.
Water or snow?
Huh?
Water or snow?
Snow.
Okay.
I'm not a water guy. I like to go to the beach, but I don't, no fishing or anything like that.
Okay, I'm the same way. I mean, I
my
like
my first day of fishing was opening day when I was about 9 years old. I went to cast my reel, I rod out into the creek. It's a creek or whatever you want to call it. And it all went in, everything.
Oops.
Oops. I said, I closed up my tackle box and I went home. I said, this isn't for me.
Let's see. I think Mr. Randy RDNT showed up here tonight. Hello, Randy. Yeah, there he is. I see somebody saying hello. Anyhow, congratulations. You just answered 27 questions for me.
Awesome.
So I always ask this, anybody in the chat have any questions for Mr. Thomas? Go ahead and ask him. Hello, Mr. High Plains Drifter. How's it going, buddy?
I'm seeing chat go flying by.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Let's see, somebody's having a problem with buffering. Who is that?
I don't know.
High Plains Drifters. Everybody's saying no, they're not, and I'm not either. So
that means I figured it out. What buffering is something to do with the Wi-Fi in your place.
In my place?
No, I mean to whoever having.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I get you. Yeah. Like I said, with this home the T-Mobile home internet service that I have over 100 megabytes upload speed.
Yep, there you go.
And so that's that's the reason why I got it, is just so I can do these live streams, because I was using a regular internet service and it would buffer a lot.
Right.
It would drop on me, and stuff like that. So no, I can't do this. And then when T-Mobile came out with this deal for $50, I said, I'll try it, because I was paying like $90 or $80 or $90 for my internet service through Cox. I don't know if you guys have Cox out there, but
no, we don't have it. No.
When is the layout going to take over more of the house? That's Sparky's question.
What's that?
When's
the layout going to
take over more of the house?
Never.
Let's see.
I always thought about punching a hole through a wall and running the trains into the next room, but I said,
Oh, that's like me. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Two holes in the wall.
Well, I have an office to my left, and I was thinking of that, but then I'd have to change all kinds of track around, and I said, no.
Yeah, it's not worth it, right?
Not worth it.
Let's see. What is your next loco to get?
Next loco. Well, I'm in the midst of converting a lot of locos from DC to DCC. So I bought a F7A from an estate sale. A guy I know on YouTube was handling an estate sale, and I bought a couple engines from him, trying to convert them over.
Thank you for bringing that up. I just want to make this statement that all the N-scale stuff that I gave away, except for the stuff that I had bought, any of the locomotives that I gave away that were given to me to give away, I have no clue if those locomotives run, what condition they're in, if they're DCC or DC. I have no clue. So, it was given to me, and I gave it away. I never even put it on my layout to try it. So I just want to make that clear right now. My disclaimer for those locomotives that I'm giving away. All right. Now, I'm glad. Thanks for reminding me on that.
Yeah, because I got 3 of them. One, I had a decoder put in, and it was working, but then a wire broke off in the motor, and I got to replace the motor in it. And this other one, I couldn't even get it to run on DC. The engine totally dead. And the last one I got from them, I got a Tasami 2 decoder, and I hooked a wire up incorrectly, and I think I fried the decoder. So Soundtrax is repairing it for me.
First of all, hello, Mr. Chasko. And he's got a question for you. Thomas, if you had to change scales, which would you pick?
N scale.
All right. Let's see.
If I win the $1 billion, Kevin Brown, I live in Phillipsburg, New Jersey.
All right, so you can see the questions now. Cool.
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah, as long as you pop them up on the screen, it's easier.
And does that mean not be wheels on the frame? No, that does not mean that. No, everything that I assume that everything that I gave away is in working order. But again, like I said, I have no clue. I just didn't have the time to go ahead and put it on my layout and try it and this and that and the other thing. So,
just beware. That's all.
Huh?
Just beware.
Yeah, just beware. I mean, I'm sure that they all run. They probably need to be cleaned up because from what I understand, the person that sent it to me, all this stuff was given to him by a person that he knows that had gotten sick and went into the hospital. So his wife said, okay, can you take this stuff? So he took it all. And then when I came up with my thing, he said, I have a bunch of N-scale stuff. Do you want me to send it to you? I said, sure, why not? And so whatever he sent me, is what I gave away. That's from Jack. What are the top road names you run on your layout?
I have 2 CSX, one Pennsylvania and one Lehigh Valley.
This is Mr. Double Diamond Railroad. Do you have a tank engine? What is a tank engine? Do you know what a tank engine is?
No, I do not know. No,
I do not. If you can clarify that, Mr. Double Diamond Railroad. Let's see.
Did he mean Thomas the Tank?
That's what I thought when I read it. I thought he meant that, but I don't know. I don't think he means that. But we'll wait and see.
Yep. Sparky says steam engine.
Sparky likes steam engines. He's got a couple on his layout.
I like steam engines too, but
I guess
pricey to buy them for DC right now.
I guess a Double Diamond is talking about Thomas the Tank Train.
Yeah, no, I've seen Thomas the Tank Trains, but I don't have one.
All right. Anyhow, Thomas, you did
Grandpa
very well tonight.
Grandpa Braille say here, I used to visit New Jersey in the summer.
I used to go to Englishtown all the time. Just my car.
Yeah, that's south of me, Englishtown.
Yeah, I used to go. I remember the last time I went, my car broke, and I had to tow it all the way back home.
Yeah,
that was not fun.
That's the trouble with racing. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it was not only my race car, but it was my daily driver too.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of guys do, right?
And I had such big gears in the back in the differential, and I had the Borg Warner Rock Crusher, I think it was, 4-speed, and it had a very tall first gear also. So when I would drive normally, if I was stopped at a light, by the time I got across the intersection, I had to shift into second gear already. That's how fast my revs would come up, right?
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Low Country, how's it going, bud? Nice to see you in here. Drag racing. So I've been watching some drag racing on TV lately. It's pretty cool. I can't believe the speeds and times some of these cars are doing, man. Like under 4 seconds. Jeez,
under 4 seconds and a quarter is really fast.
Friday night.
Oh, Les is here, I see.
Hello, Mr. Kevin. Hi, how's it going, my friend? Yeah, that was my hobby before I got married and had my first kid. Was my hot rods. Had 3 67 442s, Oldsmobile 442s.
Yep.
And I just would not get it into my head that the 455 motors that they had, and they could not do 6,000 RPMs. They just could not do it, man. I found out the hard way when I was on.
You had to bore it out to get that kind of stuff.
So I'm on. We used to race on the freeway, right? We used to block off the freeway and race. So I'm racing this one car down there, and I get into second gear, and the car just wasn't going. I couldn't feel any more power, so I shifted into third gear, and it was getting slower and slower and slower. All of a sudden, I hear boom, and I heard a bunch of glass, right? And all of a sudden, all my idiot lights came on the dashboard. RPMs dropped down to 0. So, this is not good.
Not good.
So the next day I get out, I towed the car back to my house. The next day I go under the car and I look, and there was a connecting rod out one side, a push rod out the other side. I mean, I totally destroyed that engine.
Right.
Then I got smart and moved over to a Chevy.
There you go.
Chevy GM guy. Yeah, that's what I had. I had a 69 Chevelle. Missed that car too.
I had a 69 Mustang. I had a 65, a 67, and a 69 Mustang.
Oh, so you're a Ford guy, huh?
No, I'm not a Ford guy. I'm a Chevy guy. But I had Mustangs because they were the cheapest car I could find at the time. This was 1970.
I won't knock you, because when I first got out of the service, my mom said, "Here's $1,000. Go buy yourself a car." So I'm looking through the paper there, and I said, "Oh, look at this, man! 1960 Falcon."
Yep.
And it had a 289 with dual quads on it, 4-speed, and I want that car.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and it was funny
that
because
was my first car, a Ford Falcon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3-speed on the column.
Oh, okay. So whoever had the car before me, they welded the gears in the differential. So it had what they call a Detroit locker, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
And every time I go around a curve, you hear, because because one wheel didn't slow down. They were both turning the same. And then when I make a right turn, the passenger seat would fall over into my lap. That was a fun car. But anyhow. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it good for tonight. Thomas, thank you so much for giving me your time. I do appreciate it.
Well, it's a pleasure being here.
And hopefully you'll get a few more subscribers from this. It usually works out that after I do one of my interviews, the people that I do the interview with usually wind up with getting a few more subscribers. So,
well, I was around 148, and last time I looked, I don't even know. I don't keep track of them. Yeah, once I get close, when I get close to 1,000, then maybe I'll be a little more interested. But I'm a ways away from that. So
yeah, well, you just gotta keep going at it, man. It took me forever to get to my first 1,000.
I just produced content, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly.
I don't worry about it. I put out information that might help somebody else. That's all I do.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel too. If almost every one of my videos has some sort of a tip in it.
Right.
Like tomorrow, you'll see what not to do if you have a warped piece of plastic.
Right.
You'll see what not to do.
Right. Well, I don't want to do those kind of things because it might work for you.
Yeah.
I just say, here's the way I do what I'm doing. And if this helps you think of something else.
And the funny thing is, I was trying to avoid, because I can't really do any cutting with my knife because I don't have the strength in my fingers anymore.
Right.
So I was trying to avoid not recreating a roof by scratch building a roof. Right.
Right.
So when I got done with it, it was like totally warped out of shape.
Yeah.
Hello, Adrian. Can you come over here and do some cutting for me? I had to call my daughter and tell her to come over to help me out.
Yeah, that's okay to get help, right? You're using what's that stuff called?
Styrene.
Styrene.
I used evergreen styrene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of that, and I make a couple of things, odds and ends out of that stuff when I need to. But everything else is done on a 3D printer now.
Double Diamond Railroad, his channel is Thomas Grassi. There you go. John Schoolkill just put it up there for you. You can check it out.
Oh,
John Dilly, he showed up. John Dilly said, "I'm finally here." He sent me a text message a while ago. Said he was stuck in traffic, so he couldn't make it in tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Tom. Well, we're going to call it good. Great having you here. And I hope everybody takes a look at Tom's channel. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good night, everybody. And don't forget, my video will be an hour earlier tomorrow. It'll be at 11 o'clock Eastern rather than 12 o'clock Eastern. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
Good night, all.